It's time for a 2-minute timeout with Joe Shuda.
Former Pirate Jason Kendall discusses the end of his career and life after baseball.
You know, more than anything, I tried to go back one more time and play, and Giordano Ventura, who just passed away, he was one of the last pitchers that I caught in Double A when I went to try to play. I hadn't played in a year and a half. My schedule was playing 5 innings, take the next day off, and then play another 5 innings. Well, he threw a perfect game through 5 innings. So after he was done pitching, I said, "You're not going to shake me off. I got you. Just work quick and we'll get it done." Threw a perfect game. Then I left, and I'm like, I can still play. 2 days later, I get back there. First guy gets on. He tries to steal, and I threw the ball, and I'm like, pretty much the rest of the screws rip out of my shoulder. And I went in and told the manager, I'm done. You know what? I gave it everything I had. I can look myself in the mirror every night and say, you know what? I gave everything I had. If I didn't try to come back and play, though, there would have been doubts. I still work with the Royals, enjoy working with these kids, because they're kids too. And that's what I think a lot of people need to understand, is that these guys are 21, 22, 23. I know when I was 21 in Pittsburgh, you're learning to deal with things that you've never dealt with before. And it's so neat for me to help these kids out. Kids, I mean, they're grown men, but they're kids. And try to let them know the things that I went through that helped me out. I'm a dad. I love my children more than anything, and I sit there and I pick them up to school and drop them off at all their activities, and I'm basically a taxi driver. You know what? In some players, it's difficult for them to adjust to life after baseball because you're pretty much catered to your whole career, especially when you get to the big leagues. And then all of a sudden, like, what do I do? And it's not so much most players now are financially taken care of if they don't just blow everything. And it's hard to go in, and that's why some of the sad stories you see are guys that just get out of the game and they don't really know what to do. You got to find a hobby or kids. But there's certain people that they might not have kids or they might not have a hobby, and they have a tough time mentally because you were catered to, and all of a sudden it just stopped. Those are the ones who have a tough time because they're used to being taken care of. I mean, Southwest, I got to hop on a Southwest. This sounds really silly, but I got to hop on a South. I have to go through security because in the big leagues, you don't do that. You just go, boom, boom, and you're on a plane right there. And that is why some of the sad stories that you see and that you've heard of over the years, some people don't know how to adjust life after baseball.
I'm Joe Shuda with this 2-minute timeout.